Video here, so I'm going to talk about performance tips for cyclists. So here's the thing though, man, is as you know, you've been watching me for a bit. I like to talk about life, man, because if you've got good performances on the bike, that can carry over into life, man. You know, and let's talk about the biggest training tip, the biggest focus that every cyclist should have. And everybody should be a cyclist, because let's be honest, man, cycling is the best. If you're able to ride a bike, cycling is the best form of activity out there. This is so pragmatic. You can use it for transport, social, career. It's just the bicycle, man. What an invention. What an invention. We've got the banana smoothie here. Sugar, water, ripe bananas. All right, this is the real deal here. That is fucking amazing. Beautiful. How many calories in this? I don't know. Just fill the jug full of fruit and sugar, blend it up, water, bit of ice maybe, boom, hit it. Drink as much as you care for. Animals don't measure the calories in nature. I don't measure mine. But if I'm going to do an epic ride, I'll make sure I've got at least 100 grams of sugar per hour so I can just keep performing. That I will count. 100, 200 grams an hour of sugar. I use white table sugar because it's pH neutral. Anyway, let's cut to the chase of the video. The biggest training focus that everybody's going to benefit from is focusing on power production, all right? Everybody in the world tour that I've spoken to over the years, over a decade now, I've been advising world tour riders, Tour de France level riders. Ask any Tour de France rider who's won in the last 15 years, do you know of durianrider? Do you watch his content? The answer will be yes, okay? Just to be arrogant there. And every day this week I've had world tour riders, male and female, and national level riders every day. But Harley, you know, love your stuff, blah, 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 and just sharing insights into what they've learned from me, etc. And the sugar is a big one, man. The sugar one, the vegan thing, it's just really helped riders' performance. But I will tell people the biggest thing you want to focus on, the number one thing to focus on, is focus on power production. A lot of people get caught up in weight, and weight is very, very important in today's society. If you're a cyclist, if you're a model, if you want to be healthy, body weight is really important. But if you focus on power instead of weight, you'll have a better quality of life. Because if you focus on weight, you can get caught up into disordered eating disorders, restriction, you know, weighing yourself too much. And, you know, there's a very fine line with the weight focus. It can tip over into a bad habit. It really can. Dehydration, diuretics, just stupid shit. But if you focus on power, you will be like, okay, going to bed at 8 o'clock. Fuck, man, I'm getting like 20, 30 watts there. If you go to bed at 8 o'clock every night for a week, 8 o'clock, phone off, lights off, eye mask on, boom, all right? 8 o'clock every night for a week, you're going to get at least 20 to 30 watts on your FTP. I guarantee it, man. If you're a runner, 30 seconds off your 10K to 5K, you know, do it, man. It's fucking insane. How do you get such a performance boost by going to bed at 8 o'clock? Because your nervous energy, your nervous system, your parasympathetic, sympathetic nervous system, etc., you just can like chill and recharge, okay? Recharge. So you can just go that next cog, that next level, that next gear. You can go to 7th gear, 6th gear, you know? 8 o'clock bedtime is crazy. And it creates like a real manic energy. Right? You just become hot, like kids, you know? We get the kids 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and the kids are running around screaming the next day. That's how you want to be as an adult, run without the drugs, you know? Having that kid energy on the bike or as a runner, that's what it's about. So when you focus on power, you look for all the hacks, going to bed early, making sure you have enough sugars, making sure you eat low fat, because when you eat too much fat, the oxygen levels in your blood go down, right? If you measure your oxygen saturation of your blood after a fatty meal, it'll be less, okay? So the fat blocks power, okay? The body makes fat, man. All right, the level of fat you need, you could have like a handful of peanuts a day. That's all you need, man. You don't really need more than, unless you're like critically anorexic, then okay, we can give you a couple of handfuls a day. But otherwise, a handful of peanuts a day, a handful of nuts a day, that's all the fat you need, man. As a serious athlete, getting lean and vascular, a handful a day is all you need, or less. So you're having that fat intake low, having the protein intake low. You know, the people people make the mistake of focusing on protein, and that just inhibits digestion and just inhibits recovery. The more protein you eat, the slower you recover. This is facts, man. I've noticed one of the first things I noticed when I cut protein from a diet, so cut it right down, and is eating predominantly a fruit-based diet, super low protein, my recovery, I'd like race in the morning, and then after lunch, I'm like, did I race? Like, I just feel so light and ready to roll again, you know? And just recovery is just like bang, bang, bang. And especially going vegan as well enhances recovery. Low protein, low fat, high carbohydrate, unlimited sugar, vegan. Everyone should try that. Everyone should try that. And if you're a cyclist with a power meter, you'll see that, you'll see the power go up. And you'll see over time your body weight will go down. But again, focus on the power. And then when you focus on power, you focus on mentality. You think of the self-talk, like, I decide I'm going to do it, you know? What's it? Decide you will. Decide you will, believe you can, all right? I decide I will go sub 11 up Norton Summit, and I believe I cannot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it creates that mentality, okay, when you focus on power. Like, how can we just get more juice to the pedals? More mental juice, things like that. What else are we looking at? So we've got the diet, the high carb, low fat, low protein, vegan, because the vegan just makes it easier for digestion, man. I've done all the diet experiments over the last fucking 30 odd decades, man. 30 odd decades. I'm 300 years old. 3 decades plus, experimenting with diet, done it all, man. Or have had close friends who've done the crazy wacko diets that I wouldn't do. But I'm like, this is interesting. What are you eating? Fuck, you eating that? That's gross, bro. But how you feeling? I feel shit. Yeah, I'd feel shit too if I ate like that. How's your performance? I can't fucking do shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do either. That's my obsession. All right? I have a nutrition obsession, performance obsession. And as a natural athlete for a very, very long time, you know, having that obsession, I mean, totally natural. Wouldn't touch coffee, wouldn't touch cacao, wouldn't touch any PEDs, nothing. Wouldn't touch puffers or testosterone or trend, nothing. Just full natty bra. So experimenting with that element, and then jumping over the fence to PED land, you know, taking a lot of different compounds, and or having friends who have taken a lot of different compounds as well. So just covering all the umbrella. It just leaves me in a position now to speak with such authority because I had the experience, the first-hand experience, you know. It's one thing to go to Thailand on the tourist trail or to watch it on YouTube. That's pretty cool. But to actually go to Thailand on your bicycle and go to areas where there's no Westerners, no Farangs, no tourists, and everyone looks at you like, wow, like, you're the first white person I've ever seen in my little village. Welcome. You know, things like that. Then you have a different experience of Thailand, a much more fond experience, in my opinion, my experience. So that's why you can listen to me with such conviction as a director of your performance enhanced life. That's why so many people reach for performance enhancing drugs. I'm like, do you really need that? Like, I'm like, you take an EPO, like, but I could lose 5 kilos off you, man. We could drop 5 kilos off your frame, and that will be the same effect, give or take, as EPO, without the, you know, what if you get busted? And, you know, it's hard to get busted with EPO if you know what you're doing, but not that I know much about that. I'm more about the nutrition side, but I'm not so much a pharmacokinetic expert by any means. I'm not. But in terms of getting your weight down, I'm the fucking master of that. So it's it's crazy, man. But I come across very arrogant. I understand that. My arrogance is just based on pure confidence, because there's so much people out there who are super confident speakers. They're telling you absolute bullshit. Cut your carbs, you know, eat more fats, eat more protein, like drink fucking weight. I was like, what the fuck, man? We're trying to be healthy here, push watts, not be clogged, blocked, and plugged. But hey, some people are just born to lose in life, unfortunately. I've had enough hardships in my life. I'd rather have the easy life these days, and that's why it's easy for me to do what I do. You know, it's and I want to share this with people. I'm not a gatekeeper. All right, I tell all my secrets, man. You want to be a YouTube star? Boom, join my coaching group. Talk me on the street. I'll give you all the tips, man. I don't gatekeep here. I don't believe in dying with the music still in you, man. Give it out, put it out there. That's to wrap up. People like forget about weight and focus on power, and automatically weight will take care of itself. All right. Since I've been focusing on my power, because I want to do some PRs on the bike and running. Since I've been focusing on power, I've been looking at my mobility, doing the Neil Steve Hogg X Neil Stanbury tennis ball, $2 sock, tennis ball stretch, massage, hack there. And that's been fantastic. Remember all the things Steve Hogg, bike fit guru, expert, told me 20 odd years ago. Just chasing those little things, those little nuances, those little marginal gains. Bike fit, bike setup, tire pressure, high pressure, small tires, skinny tires, lightweight. And it's been great. But by doing that, focusing on the power, the weight just comes down. Now, what people do when they fuck it up is they focus on their weight and then their power goes to shit. Because they starve or they do calories in, calories out, some bullshit. And it's just a trap. People don't do that. Never, ever focus on weight. You focus on bike weight, for sure. Ditch the disc, go rim. But in terms of your body weight, your body will do what it wants to do, okay? Don't worry about that. The body will do what it's going to do. It has its own agenda. It has its own, the body has its own agenda. So just the best thing to do is step out of its way, let the body do its thing. But so many people, man, I see it in cycling so much, man. Eating disorders, man. Disordered eating. And it's like, it's like, that'll fuck your life. Like doing EPO, winning a big race, getting a contract, that'll be like, yeah, cool. But having an eating disorder, that'll fuck your life, man. So I see these people out there who have raging eating disorders, and it's really sad, man. It's so fucking common. And I'm just like, if we just cleaned up your diet or clean up your head, if you did my protocols, you wouldn't have to starve yourself. You wouldn't have the self-hate. You would just feel so much better. You wouldn't rely on stimulants so much. And just have a much, much better existence. I'm not against PEDs, but I'd rather people exhaust all the natural options, do my protocols, diet, etc. Before you take EPO, before you take anything, just can we do that naturally? Now, can you win the Tour de France without drugs? Fucking of course not. Can you win any big bike race without drugs? Or running race? Can you run a sub 205 marathon without drugs? Fucking no, you can't. There's just the human hemoglobin level has its limits, But you can still do amazing things as a natty. Just you won't be on the front page of the magazines, unfortunately. But again, if people are going to do PEDs, I'm like, then yeah, okay, cool. But the drugs will work. If you're doing my protocols, the drugs will work better. I'm not saying you should do drugs. I'm just saying that you should. If you're gonna do drugs, man, like do my protocols, right? If you're gonna do EPO, then fucking why not drop another 3 or 4 kilos off your frame? We're doing my protocols. Get the double dip, bro. I see people out there doing EPO and stuff. I'm like, fucking, like what are you doing? Like eating that shit. You're gonna use EPO. And you're gonna have a bag of corn chips. All the grease in this is gonna make your blood like coagulate and shit. You won't get the full benefits of EPO. Like if you're gonna do EPO, then you can't be eating fucking corn chips, bro. What the fuck? I've got this in the bin, by the way. Dumpster diving so much pigeon food. It's so the oil and the fats, they inhibit blood flow, they inhibit oxygen uptake, transfer, delivery to the cells. And that's just a rant and ramble. People, get a power meter, focus on power. Always look, how can I push more power? The self-talk, the breathing, the warm-up, the mobility exercises, the bike fit, the clothing, the no shirt, stuff like that. Just the things that make you more hyped up in the head to produce more watts. And then the weight just takes care of itself. That is the best way to do it, all right? And then you never have to worry about excess weight ever again. I don't have to worry about getting fat ever again because I know what works. And here's the thing, that the best protocols for your health and performance are fucking super easy to do. They're super cheap, super fast, super easy. I mean, making a banana smoothie or just eating bananas, drinking water, some sugar in it, like how fucking easy is that? Cook up some rice, some vegetables, like I've got zero. I haven't bought a bottle of dishwashing liquid for fucking decades. Decades. Do I eat greasy food? Sometimes, yeah. But I don't cook greasy food for myself. You come to my place and there's dishwashing liquid for the rare occasion Natasha makes something greasy, but I ain't using it. I don't cook with oil. I might eat it here and there, but I don't cook with it. So it's just those little things like that. Like the dish cleanup, man. It's like wash it out with water, put it in the garden. Simple things like that. So look at more eco as well. I mean, all this thing about, I get some lean protein in there, I get some healthy fats and some fish stuff. And it's like, dude, like, what the fuck are we doing to the planet, man? What are we doing to the fucking oceans, bro? You know, I pull out so much meat from the bin, give it to my cats, like full gourmet fucking, I pulled out like, you know, $100 bag of fucking, you know, turkey fucking breast, whatever it is. You know, from we kill the turkey bird and we chuck it in the fucking bin. And it's not even like, that's just fucking insane. But, you know, like, what are we doing with the environment, man? Isn't it crazy? The best diet for human weight loss and aesthetics, especially if you're female, getting slim, is also the best diet for the environment. So I see these people out there, they're fat, or they want to lose some kgs. And it's like, well, just start with vegan, man. And that's going to help the environment. It's going to be so much. Vegan diet is fucking cheap, man. It's so cheap. It's just so cheap and easy. Oh, well, I went to a vegan cafe, and fuck the vegan cafes. You know? I mean, they're good to maybe introduce people to some concepts there, but I barely eat vegan cafes. In Asia, I eat them there because they do a lot of low-fat, high-carb, big-volume dishes. But otherwise, in Australia, go to an Asian restaurant, they can do some vegan rice cook-ups, but even then, they often use too much oil. But yeah, anyway, it's just super cheap, man. It's cheap, it's easy, you feel the best. It's the clean-up, it's the eco. There's just absolutely fucking nothing you can pull apart on this thing, man. It's absolutely watertight. You know, it's absolutely fucking watertight. So I was having a discussion with a guy in the coach group the other day. He's overweight. He used to be lean. He used to be an athlete. He's in my coaching group. And he's all right. He's respectful, but he disagrees with what I got to say. And I'm like, won't give him the boot just yet. And I was just saying, I said, bro, like, you're overweight. You're fucking slow as fuck. You know, like, you're a similar age to me. Like, you got no excuse not to be fit. Like, yeah, you're able-bodied. And he used to be a decent triathlete. And I said, so when you're doing high-carb vegan, you're a fucking decent triathlete. And then you switched over to some fatty grease diet. You become fat and slow. How the fuck can you bring this debate of like, well, you need to have animal protein to the table? Like, it's just fucking dumb, man, you know? Every single athlete I've ever coached over the last few decades has had profound improvement in performance by adopting my protocols. Every single fucking one, okay? It just fucking works, man. It just works. Focus on power, people. Power, 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 okay? Get a power meter, get on Strava, and boom, case closed.